Hi guys, it's Matt here at M-vapes, and today we bring you the Troll V2 by Wotofo. We've just got these in stock, so let's go ahead, take a closer look and put a build on it, see what it's like. Quite a funky box, isn't it? Right, so you get the atomizer and a wide bore drip tip there. And 3 mystery bags, which I presume one is cotton, one is coils and one is spares. Let's have a little look. Oh, something shot off. Screws, O-rings, the awesome little Allen tool. Does anyone else find that the O-rings stick to these bags on the inside? Like statically stick to it. There we go, that's everything. So, lots of O-rings. More O-rings than you could shake a stick at. 4 Allen screws and a tool. That's in mystery bag number 2. Some of their lovely cotton, which I actually find is quite nice to use. Hence we stock it. What else we got? Some unknown resistance coils. 3 of them. Just standard twisted coils. And of an unknown resistance. So you can either test the resistance and use them or not bother. I'm going to go with not bother. Right, let's move that to one side and have a little look at this. Once we actually get some focus for you. There we go. This is the Troll V2. So the classic Troll logo there, they've now deeply engraved that into the atomizer. Have I got a genuine old school? Hang on. This is the, I've only got a copper one, but this is the original Troll, and that was just sort of like dark etched on. You could quite easily, take that off, and we used to sell it with the option to have the logo removed. But the new one is sort of quite deeply engraved there, so that's there to stay. It's actually a very tiny bit shorter than the original Troll. So underneath, gold plated 510, and the drip tip is stainless steel, one of their heat sort of dissipation drip tips, so it's got this gap around the side there, and you can take that off and then use any 510 drip tip of your choice, like so, or you can take the top off, pop out this little bit, and then put in the absolutely insane wide bore drip tip there. So as you may have gathered, this is definitely one for blowing massive clouds. The airflow, we have obviously slots each side identical, and you have the option to obviously fully adjust them for closed, open, etc. But you can also go from horizontal slots to vertical slots. Absolutely no idea what difference that makes, but we shall find out. So that's pretty cool anyway. Yeah, it looks cool. Some people might have OCD and just want slots in one direction rather than another, so they've catered for everyone's OCD needs. Right, let's put this standard drip tip back in for now, and let's have a little look at the deck. There we go. Velocity style, as they say. Absolutely massive post holes. So those post holes there are 2.8 mil diameter, so you can get your multiple wire coil builds in there, not a problem. The really cool thing about this deck is that that juice well there is 10 mil deep, so you can put your cotton down there and that will store a hell of a lot of juice, which reduces your dripping intervals, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and whack a build on this, as they say. Right, for this, I'm all blurry. There we go. Okay, for this I'm going to be using some of our Tiger coils, and I'm just going to put a few extra wraps in. I've done one already, so we shall put that in. That's our coil, and see if I can get a focus on that for you. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this in. What I'm going to do is put one in the bottom hole and one in the top hole. That way that will sit nice and straight. I'm just going to use this to give me some guidance. If you've noticed, the video's been stopped and started a couple of times. That is because the first time the postman came and the second time my girlfriend decided to come in the room and ask if I had an envelope. So hopefully I'll have been able to have seamlessly stitched these videos together so it looks just like one video. Failing that, I'll start and do it all over again. Right, there we go, that's one. I say our pre-made coils, they come sort of with legs like that. It's about 0.4 of an ohm. But for the purpose of this, because these are quite wide apart, I'm just going to basically twist it round and put a few extra turns in, like so. And then pop this one in. Sorry if I'm all fingers and thumbs, it's kind of tricky to do it on camera without getting your head in the way. And these little Allen screws, they seem to tighten the wire up quite nicely. I don't chop it off or anything, so that seems to be quite nice. I always just leave the little tool in like that to just hold the coil straight when I'm tightening the screws up. Let's just make sure that they're not going to touch the edge. Oh, that's fine. Right, there we go. This should be quite a low ohm build. Let's see what happens when we pinch it and fire it and jiggle it around. Right. 0.36, that's not too bad. I'll let those cool down a little bit and then we'll get some cotton in. I'm going to use the cotton that it comes with, that works quite nicely. I'm just going to cut a couple of strips off. There we go. As always, you don't want really tight cotton, you just want it so that it a little bit of resistance as it pulls through. I'm just going to chop these ends off where I twisted it up, and just going to fluff it out a little bit there. Now I'm going to work out where to cut these in relation to them sitting down inside. I think it's going to take a little bit off of this. I think my scissors are blunt. Right, I'm probably going to have these cotton legs a little bit longer than I would normally because that's such a deep juice well. I think there's room in there to fill it up, and then that'll absorb lots of e-liquid. You know, like I said, reduce the dripping intervals. So let's get these nice and saturated. Just going to lift up the underside as well, and spill e-liquid everywhere. Let's hope no one from the TPD is watching. That is certainly not leak-free filling. I'm having a right accident with this. Might get it on my skin and die. Right, excuse the mess where I accidentally squeezed it over the side. I shall sort that out in a minute. I'm just going to tuck this cotton down into that very deep juice chamber there. Ridiculous amounts of room. I could have even had longer legs if I wanted. These coils that I put in here, they've got a, I think it's a 3mm internal diameter, so they're quite a big coil. There is loads of room down there for cotton. I'll give you a close up of this when it's kind of done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to squirt a little bit of juice in the bottom there, because it is, I'd say, it's such a deep juice well. I've got ridiculous amounts of room to, you know, to play with. Now, unfortunately, this device hasn't really got the oomph to, you know, fire these, so the ramp up time's quite slow. But I'll put it on something with a bit of power. Again, I think I've just overdone that juice a little bit there. Let's see if I can just suck some of that juice out, because I've completely overgone. There we go. Let's pop that back in the bottle. Problem solved. Right, let's put it back together. This has probably been one of my most disorganised videos I've ever done. Spilling e-liquid, overfilling it, interruptions, never mind. Right, so as you can see, I'm just going to actually get some focus so you can see what the hell's going on. There we go. I'm lining the two airflows up with the coils there. And we shall go horizontal to start with. And we'll use the standard drip tip there. Right, let's give it some power. Let's try 70 watts. That's a bit too much, I think. He says, wimping out. Let's put it at 62 watts. Right. We're going to have full airflow open, and let's see what it vapes like. I'm just going to move these bits out of the way that you can't actually see. And I'm going to take this white background away. It magically becomes black. Right, so it will vape. That is certainly a cloud machine. Right, let's try it with vertical airflows. It seems to have a little bit freer draw when they're vertical as opposed to horizontal. I'll try it horizontal again. Interesting. I think I prefer it vertical, and I don't know why. It seems to be a little bit more free flowing and oddly slightly cooler. That's just me. Make your own mind up. So, what's it like for flavour? I can certainly taste the flavour of my juice, which I am currently on the Galley Maid's breakfast. Normally it's a little bit sweeter, so it's lost a little bit there, but it's not, it's certainly not disastrous. It's, I'm still getting plenty of flavour from it. But this is all about clouds, this thing. You can't really see my room, but it's hazing up quite nicely. So there we go, that has been the Troll V2. Sorry about the interruptions. Hopefully I can stitch it all together and we'll get something that resembles a watchable video. I hope the volume's been better this time. I've managed to find the setting that turns the mic volume up. So apologies for the previous videos where it was really quiet. I am quite softly spoken, but I am sort of sitting right on top of the microphone, so hopefully you'll get this, and hopefully that little review of the Troll V2 has helped. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers, bye bye. Hi, it's Matt here at M-vapes on a different camera, just to give you a look at the Troll V2 producing some epic clouds. So let's go ahead and see what it does. So as you can see, it's quite hazy in here. That seems to do the job. Thanks a lot.